Thank you everyone for coming for the press conference. I know that you had a long first half with the State Teachers Program. I'm Ranajit Mukherjee, AICC Secretary, and today's press conference is on the Bharat Jodo Yatra, which is being launched by Shri Rahul Gandhi and the Indian National Congress from Kanyakumari to Kashmir on September 7th. All of you would have probably seen on the national news channels and newspapers, hopefully they showcased yesterday's massive rally in Delhi on the price rise, what we call the Mehengai Bachao rally. That rally was essentially to draw the attention of the government of India, of the Prime Minister Modi, to the common man's plight with regards to the way prices of essential items are rising across the country. Just to give you an idea, the price of LPG was 410 rupees in 2014, and today it is 1,053 rupees. So we call the attention of the government of India to the Prime Minister, to the BJP, the ruling party BJP, to addressing people's concerns rather than headline management, which is the only governments that they've been doing all this time, headlines management. And now, the longest, the largest and the most intense political padyatra, which is essentially walking on the road as a journey, is going to start from Kanyakumari to Kashmir by the Indian National Congress, led by Shri Rahul Gandhi. It is a journey of 3,500 kilometers. It will take approximately 150 days. We are starting on September 7th, and the journey is expected to complete on 30th January. However, as you can understand, when we are talking about a 5-month to 6-month journey, the dates may go up and down. Why are we doing this? Why is the Indian National Congress undertaking a padyatra, and that too the largest and the longest and the most intense that has ever been held till date? It is doing so because it recognizes certain crises that are facing the nation today. In 2014, Prime Minister Modi and the BJP came to power, promising a prosperous India, promising an India which would be fruitful, prosperous, convivial for everybody, all our citizens. What have we got? Instead of that, we are now facing a nightmare. It's a nightmare of price rise. It's a nightmare of unemployment. It's a nightmare of social tension, and we are compromising the institutions that uphold the democracy that we espouse, that we hold dear. Economy. The economy is in tatters right now. We are looking at a country where the rich are getting richer, the poorer are getting much poorer. Inequalities are rising day by day. The common people are hurt the most. I just give a very small example of the gas price. Everything else, food prices, oil, petrol, you can see the same thing reflected across everything that is essential for the common man to live, to have a daily sustenance. We're looking at farmers, we are looking at laborers, we are looking at the agricultural worker, we are looking at the industrial worker. And we are seeing that these people who are ultimately the pillars of any society, be it in Nagaland or Bengal or Tamil Nadu, the farmer, the laborer, we're seeing that they are buried under a sea of debt today. We're seeing that, I come from Bengal, an eastern state, and we are in the northeast. We see our people migrating outwards in search of jobs. We see in search of unemployment. And yet, they all seem to be facing ever-increasing burdens of debt. We're looking at the assets of the country, be it public-state enterprise, companies that are owned by the government of India, be it state properties, being sold suddenly after 70 years of painstaking building, sold over the last 8 years, and mainly to the Prime Minister's crony capitalist friends. We are therefore seeing a destruction of all the assets that India has built for itself over 70 years of successive governments, not just Congress, but successive governments of India, being destroyed in a few years. We are looking today, socially, at division within ourselves. Rather than a united India, what we are seeing is an India that is divided. It's divided on the basis of caste today. It is divided on the basis of religion. It is divided on the basis of region, on language, on food, on dress. People, you are seeing in the newspaper, stories from across the country, people dragged out of their houses and killed or beaten up on the basis of the food they eat or the dress they wear. Just this month, the United Christian Forum took out a report which detailed 207 incidents of violent crime against Christians across the country. Everywhere, it seems that a section of society is being pitted against another section of society in order so that we do not question the government of the day with regards to what should concern us the most, development. These divisions are being taken advantage of by those outside our borders also, who would be looking for a weaker India. We now know that China not only has taken control of 1,000 square kilometers, but 2,000 square kilometers of land in Ladakh. As the ruling party continues to divide our society, our enemies grow bolder. Political over-centralization. We are looking at our rights, the individual rights that are guaranteed, not just in the Constitution, but in our way of life. They're being trampled and finished. And where do the people go? Our institutions like the parliament, our institutions like the media, they are no longer available for the common man to discuss the issues that matter to them. Laws are passed in parliament without debate. Laws are passed without going to standing committee. Laws are passed in seconds in assemblies. Most of the media today, as we well know, are unable to report freely. They have to carry the voice of the government. Systematic efforts are being made to subvert the Constitution. The Constitution that has essential aspects built into it that protect every Indian, whatever tribe or whatever far-flung region he comes from. We are looking today at continuous efforts to change the secular fabric and the secular and liberal fabric of this Constitution. We are looking at dismantling of our institutions. Institutions like the judiciary, the election commission, many such institutions, the central investigating agencies, we are looking at them being suborned today. And all of this is basically hollowing out the democracy that keeps this country together. Look at state governments which are non-BJP governments. Every state government that is a non-BJP government is being destabilized either by money power or by muscle power, by using central government institutions like the CBI or the ED. And governments that are either BJP or with the BJP are in turn being protected even from what they are doing wrong by the same institutions. This total misuse of investigative agencies and other agencies by the government of India is leading to a breakdown of trust in the democracy by the people of each state. People are getting scared. You can see a sense of insecurity among people, especially women. Crime against women is rising every day in this majoritarian and right-wing culture that this government, this party, BJP, is trying to bring across the country. Our backward classes, our backward tribes, our backward castes, essentially their livelihood depends on three things: their right to land, their right to water, their right to the jungles. If you look at what is happening across the country, especially in tribal areas, you will see that this livelihood is being seized, is being taken away. And most of it, all of this is going into the hands of the Prime Minister's crony capitalist friends for their industrial benefit. Thus, we come to this yatra. In order to take a look at all of this, in order to tackle this, all these issues, the Indian National Congress, led by Shri Rahul Gandhi, is undertaking the Bharat Jodo Yatra, starting from Kanyakumari, through 12 states and 2 union territories over the next 5 to 6 months. It is a mobilization exercise. It is a mass connect exercise. It is an attempt to be able to directly talk to lakhs and lakhs of people, connect with them regarding these issues, try to discuss, try to understand how can we unite them again, rather than all the divisiveness that is permeating our society today, and how to take these voices forward to the government, to this deaf government, so that they're forced to hear the voices of the people of India. All the people of India are welcome to join the Bharat Jodo Yatra. Yes, it is a yatra organized and led by the Indian National Congress, but it is a non-partisan journey. What does that mean? It means that all like-minded political party members are welcome to join, even if they do not belong to the Indian National Congress. All members of civil society are welcome to join. If there is any civil society group in Nagaland who, hearing this through you, the media, would like to join the yatra at any part in these 5 months and would actually like to meet Mr. Rahul Gandhi on this yatra and pose their issues to him or submit their issues to him, please, you're welcome to do so. And if you can contact Nagaland Pradesh Congress, we will coordinate it accordingly. Now, in terms of the modalities of the yatra, I have discussed the objectives, creating unity among the like-minded Indians, raising the voice of the crores of Indians who are affected by these inequalities, discussing the ideas and solutions that should help us in this current situation, and strengthening our social harmony in the principles of unity and diversity and Sarva Dharma Samabhava. The practicalities of the yatra is as follows. There are 118 people who have been selected by the party, who are volunteers essentially. They've come from all across, who will be accompanying Mr. Gandhi on the entire tour. First of all, Mr. Gandhi will be walking the entire 3,500 kilometers. It is of course possible, we have 2 elections in between Gujarat and Himachal, that he may have to go for a day or 2 to campaign in between. If he does so, then the yatra will stop at whatever place it is at. He will go, he will come back, and the yatra shall resume. It will be on the day that he starts, along with the 118 yatras, the state that he is passing through, so it will be passing through 12 states. So for example, Maharashtra, along with the 118 people, 100 yatris from Maharashtra Pradesh Congress will be accompanying him for the duration that the leg goes to Maharashtra. Along with that, what we are calling guest yatris, which is the states that the yatra is not passing through, essentially the east and the northeast. Those states will be sending yatris, we are looking up to 100 from each state, who will also accompany the yatra, and they will accompany through a particular state. So centrally, while arrangements are being made for the 118 plus Mr. Gandhi, they will be staying in containers essentially on the route. The PCCs, the local PCCs, so if we take Maharashtra once again as an example, Maharashtra PCC would be making the arrangements for the logistics of the 100 people of Maharashtra who will be walking, plus the people from the other states, the guest states, the states through which Mr. Gandhi is not walking, who will be walking through Maharashtra. We are working out a schedule. It will be on the website. There is a website, Bharat Jodo Yatra.in. The yatra is on social media. It is on Instagram. It is on YouTube. It is on Facebook. It is on Twitter. Facebook/Bharat Jodo. Twitter, same thing. Bharat Jodo, except for YouTube, which is Bharat Jodo Yatra in full. The entire yatra will be live streamed. That is the main important point of telling you about the website and telling you about the social media. So, while he walks, the entire walk, the interactions that Mr. Gandhi has on the route, everything will be captured and be live streamed on the website. Details in terms of how he walks. First, let me tell you what will happen, how will the yatra start. Mr. Gandhi on the 7th, in Seriperumbudur, which is where his father was assassinated, he will first go in the morning and pay homage to the memorial of our former Prime Minister Sri Rajiv Gandhi, his father. After that, between 3 to 4 p.m., he will visit and pay respects at the Thiruvalluvar Memorial, the Vivekananda Memorial, and the Kamraj Memorial. Around 4 p.m., there will be a prayer meeting at the Mahatma Gandhi Memorial. After this, the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu will hand over a national flag to Mr. Gandhi, which he will be carrying for the duration of the entire yatra. Post the public meeting, the yatra will symbolically start, but effectively it will leave the next morning from Kanyakumari at 7 a.m. onwards. During the Yatra, the Congress leadership will be there at Kanyakumari. All states' leadership is arriving at Kanyakumari on the 7th to be with Mr. Gandhi at the start of the Yatra. What is the route that he will follow? He will essentially walk in the morning from 7 to 10:30 and again in the evening from 3 to 5:30ish. It is about 22 to 23 kilometers per day on an average that he will be walking. In the morning, we are not mobilizing. The morning walk is going to be Mr. Gandhi plus the Yatris that are with him, the 118 plus the state Yatris plus the guest Yatris. In the evening, the states will be mobilizing. So we are expecting thousands and thousands of people to be with him every evening on his walk. The states that he passes through, the Indian National Congress, State Pradesh Congress of that state, will be mobilizing people not only from the party but from civil society, to be walking with Mr. Gandhi in the evening. In the afternoon, in the break, he will be meeting civil society. All of this will be being live streamed. So essentially what we are seeing is, in fact, there were about 150 civil society groups that had met Mr. Gandhi in Constitution Club in Delhi about a few days prior. Like this, many civil society groups will be wanting to meet Mr. Gandhi, and all of this will be coordinated in the afternoon, in around the 2:30 period, and he will be directly talking to them. Like I said, the essential purpose of the Yatra is not for Mr. Gandhi. He has told us that he is not doing this Yatra in order to give speeches. He is doing this Yatra in order to listen to the people of India. So the afternoons will be full of civil society programs. He will be walking through 12 states and 20 union territories. He will start off in Tamil Nadu, 3 days in Tamil Nadu to cover. After that, Kerala will be 18 days. Karnataka will be 21 days. Andhra Pradesh, 3 days. Telangana, 13 days. Maharashtra, 16 days. Madhya Pradesh, 16 days. Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, 16 days. Delhi, 2 days. Uttar Pradesh, 3 days. Himachal, 3 days. Punjab, 2.5 to 3 days. Jammu and Kashmir, 2.5 to 3 days. Of course, you all understand that these days can go up and down because we are talking about walking on the road, and there may be circumstances that will come in. We have the Congress President's election, as you all know, coming up next month. The nominations are opening this on September 22nd. I think on September 30th, the nominations close. And if there are more than 2 nominees, then there would be an election in October. If there is an election in October 17th, then the Yatris will stop in Karnataka, which is approximately where they are supposed to be. And at Bangalore, in the PCC office, those eligible Yatris who are voters will be able to exercise their votes. If anybody from the Yatra is coming to file nominations, they will be taking their time out for 2 days to come file nominations in Delhi and go back. The Yatra is essentially a mass mobilization exercise, as I've said. It is, per se, not directly an election exercise. Of course, there are elections, like I've said, Himachal Pradesh, Gujarat, and after that, Nagaland, Meghalaya, Tripura coming up. Mr. Gandhi, as the leader of the Congress party, will be coming out of the Yatra as and when needed, and again coming back to rejoin and restart the Yatra. I think I have covered in terms of details of the Yatra. Logistics from Nagaland, all states, there will be people who will want to join the Yatra, but will be unable to go and join. Therefore, all states are going to be doing, all PCCs will be doing Yatras in their respective state capitals and in the districts. You are also able to participate in the Yatra digitally by registering on the website, bharatjodoyatra.in. Details of which will be coming out, will be given on the website in due course. The Yatra in the communication. So he will show you the website on his laptop, as well as play the anthem. Different routes across the country. Mr. Gandhi was very clear of the fact that he wanted to walk. I mean, no bus, no like walk and bus, walk and something else. So this was the most feasible route in terms of walking. In fact, in an internal interaction, he was asked why south to north, why not west to east, why not the northeast? And he did say in that interaction that he is open to west to east on the next yatra. So this is this particular route has been chosen looking at the geography, looking at the ability of yatris to be able to walk, looking at security very importantly. For example, there is an eastern route which goes via Chhattisgarh, but it goes to Bastar. And there are obviously security concerns about walking through Bastar. So therefore, all these considerations went into choosing the particular route.